Okay, guys, welcome back to Los Pendejos, Ep.7. Have you guys ever been to the 4D movie theater? Have you guys ever been to the 4D movie theater on mushrooms? Now, that's what we're going to talk about today. And I want to ask you, before we talk about the whole experience and how you felt in the movie theater and while the chairs move and you on mushrooms, I want to ask you first, what do you think is the biggest difference? Because you recently just tried mushroom tea. And how would you compare it to consuming mushrooms like with food and normal, usual, you know?
Well,
what I
yeah,
mean?
because normally, like, with mushrooms, you would either, like, eat them by themselves, drink them down,
It's
or
really
you would,
nasty.
like, eat them on pizza or something. But, basically, we tried it out, like how you said, in a different method. We tried tea this time, and we ended up freaking, what's it called, grinding it down using, like, with one of those fucking, ninja something ninja blenders or something. And we ended up freaking, turning it into dust and putting in one of those bags,
the tea bags. We
yeah,
just
one of
cut it
those
up
tea
from the
bags we
top and
use.
just put the powder.
Yeah.
But
We got manzanita.
don't worry
some
about
good shit. The
how
details.
the details. Let's get into how you
Like the differences. And the main differences
mhm.
between like the tea and the what's it called, the just eating the mushroom by itself, like an edible style, would be like how it hits you. I would say it hits you way quicker if you were to take the tea, because I don't know, something about digesting it in such a quicker quantity. Like, you could chug it down, and even if you didn't chug it down, sipped on it slowly, I would say you would feel it quicker just by going down your stomach and digesting and sitting quicker in your stomach, I feel like, than it would with, because you would have to wait till the mushroom breaks down in your stomach, I feel like.
Yeah, it makes sense because
eating
the tea, the warm water absorbs, takes out all the stuff from the mushroom, and you're just drinking it instantly instead of your body digesting the mushroom. That's what I feel like, and that's why I feel like it smells faster too.
Yeah.
And you get a peak too.
Yeah. So you want to talk about, okay, so we ended up going to like this 4K movie.
4D, bro.
4D movie.
Let me correct you before.
Yeah, no, yeah. We always fuck up with. I always fuck up with this. Okay, 4D movie theater, 4K.
4D. Yeah.
Okay, well, which was it on? IMAX, HD, or what type of movie style was it?
4D was in 3D.
Oh, okay, 4D was in 3D. Pretty dope.
4D is just is 3D with more immersive parts to it because the chairs move, you get splashed with water, they turn on the fans.
Yeah, you get hit with like some gas or something. Like it has different effects, lightning effects.
Yeah, like in our first time watching 4D movies was watching Nope. And remember when they started raining blood?
Yeah.
It started smelling metallic.
Yeah.
Like they have like a smell, I guess.
Like,
and I'm pretty
effects,
sure
yeah.
if they had like a good movie like with food or something, hopefully they have an effect where it smells good. I don't know, like you just like a restaurant. That would be cool. I've never seen a 4D movie where it's seen like that, but at least I've seen a lot of scary movies in 4D, and they always have that metallic sound, metallic smell. I said sound.
Yeah, or like depending on the atmosphere. Like sometimes they're in the ocean and it smells like an ocean. It smells beachy. Smells.
Oh yeah, and they had the fog.
Yeah.
All right, but let's
move on.
Yeah.
So we ended up watching The Flash. Like how James Gunn, said, like one of the best films ever, coming out.
We watched it pretty late, honestly.
Yeah.
We waited until the movie tickets went down. For some reason, everywhere else they didn't get the tickets didn't sell, but we're at the tickets sold out. Like for the first week. After that, the tickets weren't selling, and we got lucky. We bought some seats, and I guess we bought it before they canceled them because they started taking the movies out of the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And our seats there was only like 5-10 people there when we went to watch it.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good for us.
Yeah. Apparently they started doing like a buy one get one ticket free. Apparently, by the end of it, yeah, because it started doing so poorly. But to continue on, so because again we were so hyped about The Flash, we were just interested, to see, if we were gonna see any of our favorite cameos.
I got good reviews from Grace, and she said she cried at the end. I don't know why, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah, but so we ended up being like, so it's to make this movie experience way better, Friday night, because that was the movie night. we're all like, okay, let's to stay awake to also enjoy the film fully instead of taking edibles because we were originally planning to take some edibles.
But we're
playing-
we're just gonna fall asleep. We're coming out of work. We're going straight to the movies. We're like, we don't want to pass out at the movie theater where it's all the way in Irvine and we live in Santana.
Yeah.
And that's like a good at night when there's at least Friday nights when there's people going through. That's like a good 28-minute drive.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to fall asleep midway. You know.
Yeah. So yeah, we ended up deciding to take the mushroom route.
We're like,
tea
oh
route.
shit, we'll get out of work. It'll even wake us up. We'll be tripping. We'll laugh. We'll get more immersed. Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So come day of, like Friday night, like getting ready. We ended up heading home. Ended up, like calling an Uber because, like don't be stupid.
And drive well on mushrooms.
So yeah, we ended up, taking more or less like a gram or so like of mushroom tea.
Mhm.
Just chugging it down. Waiting for the Uber. I don't know. When did it start hitting you personally? Like, as personally,
When we were about I peaked in the movie,
not like when did.
but
it hit
I started feeling it right in the middle of the Uber ride.
Oh, so you too? So
Yeah.
cause of me, like personally, like like I started feeling like hella cold, cause like it was kind of cold that night, and I was just like starting to feel it, starting to feel the the atmospheric change, like how you feel your surroundings a bit more, starting to notice things more, and
Yeah,
that's
everything
what
looks more immersive, more I don't know how to explain it, but when you look at stuff on mushrooms, it's like, how come I have never seen like the quality look this realistic? Why? How the hell does this look more realistic than it already does? You know what I mean?
look, for some reason you look at details even more than like
You're
you
like,
should.
fuck this. It's like if your vision was 1080p all your whole life, and then you just start looking in 4K. Everything is in 4K. All of a sudden, you're like, fucking shit. This is what I've been missing out on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially with the tea, because it started. I don't know about you, but I feel like it started hitting pretty quick.
Yeah, bro. I was really peeking while you were ordering the popcorn.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, like, yeah, same. Like, I started getting giddy during the Uber ride. We ended up, taking like a 15-minute ride. She was telling her, like her story about, her day.
Did you feel like it was a long ride or because I feel like if you would be peeking, I don't know if it felt long to you.
It's
or
because
not.
she was like, the Uber driver was, really talkative, and like she was looking at us while she was driving. So she she was
pulled a
doing
pole walker.
She pulled the pole walker, and she was
Uh-huh.
really like fucking with us. I started laughing a little bit, like
Uh-huh.
internally. And like when she wasn't looking away, like I was just giggling my ass off. I don't know about you.
She had a good couple of stories.
Yeah, good personality too.
Yeah.
But anyways, like
Let's get.
after we finished with the Uber ride, great talk, conversation with her. 5-star. Hopefully you gave her.
I'm not sure.
Anyway, so we ended up going to the movie theater like right on schedule, right?
Yeah, we got there right at the time
Actually,
that
we
the
got
movie
there
should have
pretty
started.
early because we ended up going with like the trailer still hitting, like before even the 4D movie.
No,
so
but that's we
movie.
got there on time, like exactly when the movie was supposed to start, and then we still had to order
Yeah.
like our shit. So
You said it started hitting you when we got there at the movie theater
when you
ordering
were
popcorn.
yeah, when you were ordering the shit, I was already like, fuck. I hope we go sit down because I feel like a little nauseous.
Yeah, bro, and especially in like because the movie theater that we went to, like, on top of being like a great movie theater, great like they have like layers, because they had like what's it called, an arcade, like a whole arcade on top of like the movie theater that we were going to, and they had like these like pantallas or these screens with huge trailers of movies, and it was basically really immersive and also really like eye candy, like really good to look at, especially while you're fucked up.
Yeah,
and I was,
we were
enjoying the
already
visuals.
tripping out and shit.
Yeah, we were really tripping out, and I was, trying my best, to keep my posture straight, to, talk directly, be, very specific with what I wanted. It was all like, yo, I want that cherry Mountain Dew, slushy, give me a
Yeah.
large bucket of popcorn. And I was looking at you on the side, trying to look around and shit, trying,
Yeah, I wasn't trying to look at the guy, bro. I
Yeah.
felt like my eyes were like just pitch black. I'm like, no.
Like, you just
I
didn't
was just
wanna-
in the void, bro. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta go to the movie and sit down. We gotta go to the
Yeah.
movie and sit down.
Bro, I was
I'm like,
thinking.
don't forget my sushi.
Yeah, like the whole time I was thinking, bro, I need to take a piss, bro. Like, cause like the tea was really hitting my fucking bladder, bro. So I just needed to go take a piss. Yo ten cuide con las cosas. And I just took a piss, and I don't know if you needed to go too, yeah, right?
Eh?
And then
No,
we
I
just
didn't go.
Oh, you didn't go?
No.
So we ended up.
I was too paranoid. I'm like, I'm too scared. I went at the very end when we were going home, but I was too scared at the beginning. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, but yeah.
I don't want people looking at me.
Yeah, so so yeah, we just ended up, taking our shit and ended up watching the film. Like spending
Bro.
like 15 to 30 minutes
Okay,
on,
first-
trailers
okay.
first,
First, before we get started about us talking about
The film?
the film, we were, at least for me, in my opinion, I was only tripping out for the first quarter of the movie because I peeked like while we were getting the popcorn, and I was still peeking at during the trailers, and I was just laughing and shit. I had a really great time. We had all watched the Indiana Jones and shit trailer. It was a little whack, but and then we watched a bunch of other shit. And keep in mind, the shit was moving because the trailers are in 4D too. So I was just losing my shit,
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give you guys an honest review about this movie because I watched it and I started coming down by the first quarter. What about you? Would
no,
you say
no,
the same
no,
shit?
no, I would say I was staying consistent. Like, I don't know if I told you earlier, but like I was staying consistent. Like, after we got out of the car, like more or less my high stayed consistent. I didn't like. I felt like not like I peaked, but you know how it comes in waves. I felt like a really huge wave once we got in the car. Another wave really big when we started ordering our shit, and then another wave, like how you said, maybe a quarter way into the film, if not a bit earlier. Like once the film started really going off. Like with the whole Flash intro scene. Like with him, getting ready to run. Kind of stupidly.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when I started, really feeling it, and then I started to come down, like slowly after that.
Mm-hmm.
Like again in waves.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you want to say your like view on how the movie started, like
So, my take on the. Wait, you want me to get no? Listen, I don't want to get descriptive of the movie. I just want to tell you how I felt about the movie. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure, of course.
Okay, let's not get
I
descriptive.
just want to talk about like personally, at least. Just let me say this, like, because the reason I said let's talk about the beginning of the film is because that's like once I saw the most glaring flaws, like him running, the CGI style, and also the stupid part, like where he was trying to save the kids and ended up putting like one in the oven and shit, and fucking not in the microwave or whatever, ended up having to like first go to like this vending machine just so he could eat, and then end up speeding up to save the rest of the kids, which was kind of crazy and stupid. But what do you think?
I thought the movie was ridiculous. I thought it was a mid movie. I'm gonna be really harsh on it because I am a fan of Flashpoint. All the Flashpoint DC animated films are such great masterpieces. They have so many great comic books, and they fucked this shit up. They give us a mediocre movie. I don't know if they gave us a different version because they didn't want to make the guy looks like a hero after what he did. I felt really disappointed. Giving away the shrooms, like the effect of the shrooms, I was so happy. We're like, oh, it's such a good movie, this and that. But that was because I was just moving around and shit. But now that I came down and I had time to think about, the movie was such a disappointment for me.
Yeah, it was such a mid film. Because, like, we were really hyped about it, like, again, besides, like, the whole, Ezra Miller allegations, all that crap, fuck that, like, we're just putting that aside. We're just thinking about it as a film.
Yes, and as a film. Say he wasn't accused of anything. Say that never happened. They overhyped this movie, first of all. It's been in the works for so long, and they couldn't do it right. They couldn't, instead of him, like, this is spoiler alert for the movie, but he went back in time and changed something. And Flashpoints, if they just wanted to give us a quick cameo for them, they could have. But they could have made the story so much better. He could have went back in time multiple times like the bad guy did at the end of the movie. But we could have seen his mistakes and then him stopping and learning from that. But he just did it once. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what fucks with me. And then he doesn't really learn his like
Lesson.
yeah.
And fucking the timeline once again.
Mhm.
But like, it's not even that. It's just the fact that like the film boiled down to cameos, and it wasn't even like fair enough. You know, like I understand cameos, like for the sake of like hyping up the viewers and like bringing in a crowd. Fair enough. But if it doesn't have a place in the story or the plot, then what's the point? And like how you said, it has like a bunch of like good stories for derived from like Flashpoint, the original one with like the father of Bruce Wayne, taking over his mantle because his son died. Shit like that would have been a good story to see on film, but we got robbed instead watching, again, old
The
man.
reverse flash scene. I've been there since the beginning, Barry. Since days.
Yeah, but like it just really sucked. Like I love Michael Keaton. He's one of my favorite Batmans, if not the best. But at the same time, it's not worth watching him, just die. Like again, like
man.
watching him die at the end of the film just like that. It's not worth it.
Hmm.
Any other, like opinions on the film? Any harsher critics? Any harsher critiques? I mean,
Harsher critiques.
yeah. Cause at the same time, like, I can't say I love the film. I loved certain parts of it, certain aspects. I can't say I didn't like the cameos. I liked the cameos. But like again, like you said, it could have had such a better story if they gave it so much time. Actually, they gave it too much time, and they ended up giving us this piece of crap. And it wasn't even better than most DC Snyder films. Like when you think back to Superman, Batman versus Superman or shit like that. Like even the original Wonder Woman, maybe even Aquaman. Those were way so much better. The only ones that I could say,
Aquaman?
yeah. If you watch Aquaman, it's pretty okay. It's pretty okay.
The movie?
Yeah.
The live action?
Yeah, live action film. It's pretty good.
This was it was okay like this one.
No,
You can't
I
say
would
it's
say
better.
it's slightly better.
No, that's okay. Let's not. This we'll get into.
We'll get
later.
into that another time.
Yeah.
But what we could agree on is that it's not better than, like the Flash film is better than for sure than Wonder Woman 84, and I would say Birds of Prey for sure with Harley Quinn.
I would say it would go along the lines of Superman versus Batman or Batman versus Superman. Along
The
the
extended
lines.
cut was pretty good.
No, yeah, but I would say it's along the same lines.
Again.
The version that we watched in the movie theater, not the
Yeah.
extended cut.
But yeah, I felt like we got robbed of the film. But
Mhm.
any other take? Any other thing you need to say? Or before
Okay, this is not to batch on the movie. The movie's still pretty new. If you guys have the opportunity to do shrooms and go watch it in 4D, do it. It's a good movie for that. You're gonna love it during the movie. But if you guys haven't seen the movie and you guys were spoiling it for you, and you guys don't want to waste the money on it, it's not worth it. You guys have Max. You have the Max, the HBO Max service. Watch all the DC Flashpoint movies. You're not gonna miss out.
But if
on
you're
anything.
looking for an experience, like the reason that we did it was we wanted an experience. We got the movie in 4D, ended up watching it on mushrooms. And
No,
basically.
no, don't lie. We wanted to watch the movie because we heard it was a great movie from what was his name of the guy?
James Gunn, bro.
James Gunn. Yeah.
The
He
new
said
head
it
of-
was a
yeah.
masterpiece. That's the reason why we went to watch it, and I heard good things from Grace. But I honestly believe that maybe James Gunn watched a different version. I think they had more stuff added that made the guy look more heroic, but they got rid of it because of the whole controversy.
Oh, well, what I'm hoping to see is that hopefully it was just marketing, and hopefully that was the only thing that he has to market, and hopefully like the new since the new universe DC universe is changing, hopefully Jaime Reyes, like the Blue Beetle movie, and like all the other DC movies that are coming up, Batman 2, all that shit. Hopefully that ends up showing that DC still's got a chance, maybe against Marvel.
I feel like if DC doesn't succeed in their live action movies, they should stick to their animated films. And instead of them just that you rarely see them in the movie theater, get them to the big screen. Get them to the big screen. they'll work.
Oh,
It's,
bank.
I feel like the same way they got the animated Dragon Ball Z movie, and all the other animated movies are coming out. They're working, and the sooner DC gets to put their animated films out there and people start getting to notice them, that's when they're gonna start making money as Warner Bros. And like everybody's gonna be like, these are fucking masterpieces. Like some of them are to tear up over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they have like Justice League. Fucking all of the animated films are fucking great, bro. I still don't know how fucking DC could fuck up so many live action films when they have so many fucking roots and fucking shit that they could go off
Even
of.
material.
Yeah, that they already have it as animated films. They could get a bit from this, a bit from that, a bit from this, put it together, and that's a brand new film, brand new origin story that you already basically have little. You're just copying off little movies already. Like that's how many DC movies they have, the different versions, different. What? I'm sorry, I'm getting into it, but yeah, they have so much shit that they could just create little versions just by taking a little here, a little here.
Yeah,
You know?
and I agree with you totally. Like, DC should just be listening to the fans. That's all we're saying. But just to cut it, like thinking that right now the length is pretty decent. Want to say thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys have a great day.
Please like and subscribe. The algorithm would help us out if you guys share, like, and subscribe. We really need your help.
And click the notification bell just to be notified on the videos.
If you guys are interested, please. That's all I gotta say. Thank you.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.